Bones Beyond Time. A Mage the Ascension campaign. Ari. A-Red. Shay. Diesel. Walter. Galewind. Bones Beyond Time.
Hi, I'm Kara858, and today we're bringing you Season 2, Episode 11 of Bones Beyond Time, our Maze the Ascension campaign. We're here at the penultimate episode, and we want to give a huge thank you to the love and support that we have received for this campaign. We're excited to be back to tell this wonderful story. So let's introduce our cast, have them explain who they are, who they're playing, and any projects they're working on. I think we're going to go another curveball this time. We're going to start with Sharif. You'd like to talk about yourself?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. So my name's Sharif, he, him, playing Gale and True, also he, him, age adventurer, consumer of
substances.
The natural essence of the world, my brothers and sisters. Looking forward to. I love penultimates because I feel like with the finals, it's usually like, I don't know, maybe it's usually like either one big battle or like something like that. I love the penultimates, like the setups for what's going to happen. So I'm super excited about what's going to happen today.
Perfect. Oh, do you have any projects you're working on?
Oh yeah. So Rob's Waterdeep, every Sunday we're wrapping up season 12. Have a big announcement at the end of this week's episode, which is the finale. So make sure to we'll be tweeting out. Obviously, also shout out to Tying to Pass, part of Rivals, who was just had a dope article in the Guardian about her because she won a big gaming award. That's a GAYMING gaming award, and she's going over to London to do some cool stuff over there. So shout out to her, representing Rivals, and obviously she's been doing big stuff way before Rivals, but she formed Rivals, so cool stuff. That's the only thing I have regularly going on, except that I'm just grading, y'all. So many of my students' papers, I'm just wrapped up. I'm behind. I'm getting emails like, hey, so when do you think you'll get that paper back? So I'm trying. I just want to reply to every student's email with like Elden Ring, period. That's it. Because I'm just keeping it real. Like that's why some of those papers are late. So maybe I'll reply with like a clip or something. I don't know.
Of that one clip when you fell down and you got attacked by the spiders and you were like, this is the Elden Ring depths of Elden Ring.
Yeah, I don't die in normal ways.
That was perfect.
Is there a normal way to die in Elden Ring? It seems like everything is just super like over the top and ridiculous in that game.
Yep, pretty much.
All right, perfect. Next, of course, Aki, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Aki. I play Diesel Coombs. We both go by they, them pronouns. Diesel is a good little celestial chorus boy doing their best, trying so hard to keep their friends from, falling apart. Huge protect mode all the time with Diesel, in a different way, I think, than Walter. But yeah, projects that I'm working on. We just started Total Party Kills over at Scabby Rooster up again, and that's going well, and we're having a lot of fun with that. So if you haven't been watching, make sure to catch it over on twitch.tv/Scabby Rooster at 8 p.m. every Monday. I play a really cool, really fun character, and the only reason I'm not saying it out loud is because where in our time where we are right now, it hasn't started airing yet, and I don't want to spoil what I'm playing for anybody in this cast. I want to wait. Anyways, and New Pantheon will be coming back in a few weeks, and yeah. I got a couple of other things coming down the pipeline, some collaborations like Norse Foundry and stuff like that. So look out for that.
Perfect.
Yay.
Perfect. Yeah, this episode should be coming out, I think, on technically it would be the 25th, I think. Yeah, it'd be the 25th. So just a heads up in case you all are aware of think about project time frame and try to align with that. Of course, we have our wonderful ST Reeves. Like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Goodness, hello everyone. I am at Big Dude Ree on all of the socials, so feel free to follow me there for a full list of everything that I'm getting up to. But tonight, I get to play the lovely supporting cast for these wonderful people here. And I'm super looking forward to seeing what happens because they're all filled with paradox and they are going to do some dangerous stuff. So it's going to be an exciting ride for everybody involved, honestly. And yeah, we'll see how things go.
So he says, wonderful people, but for those, you all cannot see his Zoom handle. It says, for I become death, the destroyer of worlds. Just as a heads up of what to prepare for today.
Just history. It's
just a random historical quote. Random historical quote.
Just a random one, of course. Of course, next we have the wonderful Paige. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about myself. I'm Paige James. Hi. I will be playing Talos Kai. I'm just excited for life in general and to be here with these wonderful humans. Really, that's about it. That's the end.
I like how Paige first came in. It was like a San Diego remake of Hove. Like, let me reintroduce myself. Perfect. Next, we have the wonderful Michael and Nosferatu Wiki. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Hi, my name is Michael or Nos. I am playing Walter, the secondary resident dumpster fire and the punching bag of the universe. I am not working on any project right now, but there might be something. Wink, wink. And yeah, that's about it.
Perfect. As for yours truly, I am Kira858. I played the lovable Sweet Bean Ari, who has been exposed to a bomb for the first time. So that is a great learning lesson for an 8-year-old. And so
You're not allowed to play children anymore, Kira. I'm just saying, no more kids.
Like, oh yeah, he just saw this bomb. This game. Perfect. Well, of course, you can find all of our content on twitch.tv/TheKira858, as well, of course, here on YouTube for tons of TTRPG related content, such as Fractured Destiny, Immense Light and Shadows. We have Riverwood Academy, so much more. So just make sure to keep an eye out on our Twitter at the Cookout TTRPGs for not just TTRPG goodness, but also Die Hard Dice giveaways and more. What other announcement that we have, you should see in the description section below, is one of our campaigns, Gods of Color, has a brand new dice set released from Die Hard Dice called the Prismatic Pantheon. So you can be able to find that the link to that dice set below. And by using the promo code COOKOUT, that is COOKOUT, you can get a discount off your purchase. So you too will be able to roll like a demigod. And of course, we're happy to announce, of course, that Boss Beyond Time has a Patreon. You can also find the link in the description section below. And all proceeds go directly to the cast. Patreon members get exclusive content like Patreon Discord channels, after shows, and bonus episodes, which includes a full-blown 8-episode prequel arc. So you can be able to check out how many of these mages came to be. So with that said, I think that's enough announcements for today. So we're going to transition to our wonderful ST Reed. Reed, take it away.
Right, well, before we begin our adventure for this evening, a quick reminder that we are not our characters. Bad things will and do happen in the world of darkness, but we are completely separate from that, so don't worry, these people are wonderful, I promise. But if anything happens that makes you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to pause, skip forward, do whatever you need to do. I've spoken with everyone here, and they have let me know how we can take care of themselves. Actually, with all that said, I think it's about time we begin to see what chaos our party is going to get into. So, we are going to be restarting our adventure a few minutes after the end of the last one, as Aaron has brought this strange metal box with this strange chrome finished headset into the main room of your movie theater. You all have made sure that the door was locked before you set in to handle this, and you all are kind of looking around and not entirely sure what exactly you should do. You have two options before you at the moment. You could take up the mayor's invitation, or you could attempt to go and track down this other celestial entity to see if they have any answers or any assistance for you. Now I leave the answers and the questions to you all. What would you like to do?
Ari looks towards the group and says, well, at least it didn't blow up this time.
Should we inspect it further?
I mean, if you want to, sure. You can look it over while we try to think of what we're going to do next.
Well, perhaps there's some clues that could lead us on what to do next. It's worth it to try. But,
Oh, of course. Always worth it to look into things. I'm going to go see if I can find Talos. You should probably weigh in on whatever it is we do next.
Yeah.
Sure. So, Talos, what are you up to at the moment?
Great question. I am I have a room in this chantry, I assume. Mm-hmm. And I have been trying to talk with Rumble and get him to maybe assist me a little bit more in a kinder way. Because I feel like, we're friends. Why not act as such, So I'm doing that in the room.
Sure. As you are attempting, are you speaking to your familiar out loud, or are you kind of just communicating with them non-verbally?
Yeah, I would definitely be nonverbal, like meditation mode, kind of sitting down in front of Rumble.
So as you are having this conversation, Rumble is responding in a way that is both comforting but is very annoying for you. He is making it very clear that he will ultimately take care of you, but you're definitely beneath him putting in too much effort into it. He is definitely, he'll keep you from getting hurt too badly, but he didn't agree to any to make sure you're comfortable while that happens.
I send him mental images of roses, just tons of them, and like big, huge green fields and wonderful experiences. I'm just trying to get him into a good vibe. How's he feeling?
Even an image of a very large Rumble laying in a very large field of roses that are very intentionally smushed down, indicating kind of where he walked and laid. I'll let you interpret that however you like.
Oh, he loves it. He's loving it. There's no way. Look at it. Look at that giant paw print. You can tell that's a joyous paw print right there. So I'm taking it in a positive way. I think me and Rumble we're
a positive way.
Wow.
Yes, a positive way. I think his love for me is quite perfect. So I think it's going pretty well. We just evolved into a new stage of our friendship.
I just want you all to know that this was the moment that Reed decided for a fact that he was going to kill me. So
So, as you are having this conversation, you hear a knock at your door.
Come in.
Well, we just had something delivered to us. Maybe we should. Galen's very paranoid. You don't know if it's the smoking or just the general situation. But
did you come too?
He's like, we shouldn't. Oh, wasn't I there too or no? Sorry.
I don't remember if you I said I was going to go find him. I didn't realize you'd come with.
Oh
Friends.
no! Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll say I finished investigating the thing and came with you.
Okay.
I will say Diesel would have arrived first. If you were still looking over the device, Diesel would arrive
Got
first.
it. Yeah. So I'm just talking to myself.
I hear it
It's
though.
possible.
It's in there. Hi. Yes, come in.
Diesel opens the door, pokes their head in. Everything good in here?
Oh, yes, I was just getting along just fine with my friend here. I think we're moving on to a new level of friendship, and I'm a little excited.
I thought you guys already were friends.
Yeah, but there's stages in it, you know. Gonna get soon. I feel like we're gonna be like almost soulmates. I feel pretty good.
Well, I'm glad things are going well with you two. I hope you slept all right.
Yes. Was there something you needed, or?
We just got something delivered from what's his face. You would think that the guy who's trying to kill me would be a name I would be able to remember, but unfortunately, I don't give enough of a crap about him to care. So, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't remember his name either. That's any consolation.
I'm like I said, Rhea just keeps writing down reasons to end me. Okay. But yeah, probably a good idea that you head out there with me, because I think we have some decisions that we need to make, and it's probably a good idea that we're all in on making them together.
Oh, of course. And I quickly grab Rumble and put him into my little pocket, and I after you, and I follow suit.
Yeah. Diesel bring Talus up to the front.
Hey, what's in the box? Hello.
Galen was actually just looking into
Yeah.
that.
I don't appear to have found anything of importance. Just thought maybe there might be some residue or something we might be able to make sense of, but no luck so far.
Okay. So there's nothing in the box?
I mean, there was a letter in the box.
And the headset was where he the mayor Garrick, he was like, I challenge you like a knight, but he's not nice like a knight.
Yeah, he's decided he's tired of waiting for us to he's done playing games. He wants to throw down. He's ready to end this. You know, villain. They always have to do their little monologue to make sure you know how serious they are about maybe killing you.
Yeah, sounds very theatrical. Do we know what the letter said?
Basically that.
Just that. Oh, okay. Just wondering.
But we got a little bit of information before that might also be important. We talked to a spirit who mentioned that there is another celestial somewhere around town. So.
That's wonderful news. Can't we have them help us?
Well, that's what we have to decide. Do we want to go after them first, or do we want to go and kick them? Hope definitely not future America, because we're going to kick his ass. But yeah.
Okay. I would very much like to see this celestial.
Okay.
Kind of.
His name was Damien.
Damien?
Mm.
Oh, do you know Damien?
That's what the spirit said.
Okay. Do you know where Damien is?
No. Is there? Because it would be hard. Because how common of a name is Damien?
Very common.
Oh, so I can't be able to look for him like that. I would need like maybe like an object. I wonder if I can find them through their essence, since their essence is like me. So it should stick out, because there's not like okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take off this bracelet, and if you can see auras, you can see our stuff is a bit different. Okay, give me 1 second, and they'll take off their bracelet and be like, okay, it should now be easier to see who I truly am.
Can I see auras with the life sphere?
Let me check your sheet, Tyrone. Roll me perception awareness at difficulty 8.
What was it? Perception and
awareness.
You can spend a willpower to get an automatic success, just to remind you. Or you can spend quintessence to lower the difficulty by 1.
Unfortunately, for this one, you can't use quintessence because you aren't actually using a magic for this. You are relying on your innate understanding of supernatural things. It's slightly different because you don't have the spheres to cast aura sight yourself. Actually, you don't.
The DM has spoken.
Right.
Life in prime.
What was the difficulty? What am I looking to? 8? Okay, so I got 3 2s and then an 8 and a 9. Is that enough?
Okay. You take a second and you can kind of see the faint colors in their aura, and it's about what you'd expect for a child. Very kind of impulsive. The emotions are a bit less stable in color, but it does seem like the colors could be brighter than normal. But it's all kind of looking like that kind of a hazy smoke for you, so you aren't sure.
Oh yeah, I can definitely. I see the difference there. I'm not as proficient as most people, but it seems like something's different.
So because our auras are a bit different, it should be easier to spot his aura, but he might have something like this that keeps his aura in check. So it'd be a long shot, but I could give it a try.
I mean, if everyone agrees, I'm for it.
I think it's definitely worth a try.
Yes.
Just want to. Walter kind of leans forward. I just want to remind you. We might be involving someone who has no idea what they are in something that we don't even know what we're dealing with. Need I remind you that we already lost 3 people to this?
You don't have to remind us. And if we realize that Damien has no idea what's going on, we're not going to sit there and try to awaken a sleeper. Unless we feel like it's... Sorry, go ahead, Caitlin.
Yes, we all know this is a dangerous game, and there are several risks involved, but unfortunately, we do have to take those risks.
I agree with Kellen.
Okay, all right. Well, I would just need a phone, and then I could give it a shot.
Diesel hands them their phone.
Thank you. and then you see them. They'll slide forward their glasses, and again, they're huge bifocals. They almost look like those gnome glasses they normally see with their eyes like 3 times bigger than what they naturally are. And as they pushes it against their face, they just kind of expands the map in front of them to show all of Chicago, and they're going to essentially try to search for aura that's kind of similar to themselves via that.
Okay, so are you using anything in addition to this to kind of make the search easier?
Oh yes, they'll be using their necklace that was provided to them by Iron, because even though they have they're a bit higher in their red scale currently, they do know that this has a strong connection to their affinity, which is correspondence. So they're going to use that to help lower it a bit.
Hello, roll your honor, take difficulty 5.
All right. Perfect. 4 successes.
Right, that is exactly what you needed, actually. So, as you attempt to kind of almost make a makeshift dowsing, no, I forget what that's actually called, but this necklace begins to kind of float over the phone, and you begin to see it, the phone beginning to zoom in and out of maps of the city. Before long, it stops at what looks to be a kind of an older. What's that? It's like an older power plant kind of building. It's a place that's kind of in charge of like determining determining the power grid and things like that. I forget the name for this, but we'll just call it a power grid building. And you figure that whatever you're looking for is there.
I found him. He's right here. What is the name of it? Sorry, never mind.
CPP, Cleveland Public Power. I don't know. I don't think there's a restriction on saying that on the internet, so I think it's fine. It's a public thing. But yeah, that's what it is.
Perfect. Oh, it says CPP, Cleveland Power Plant. Maybe he works there.
Yeah, maybe. I'm certainly down to see if our celestial friend is there.
That's interesting.
What's that?
An angel working at a power plant, providing a little bit of light.
Well, it could be that he's siphoning the power from the plant. Maybe not.
Okay.
Worker.
All right. I had this nice romantic notion of who this could be, and then Galen comes in with like that, but maybe it's actually this. But I appreciate you kind of bringing another possible and potentially more serious explanation to the table, Galen. I'm sorry. I don't mean to invalidate what you say.
I mean, there are several options. No one is saying mine is right and yours are wrong, or yours are right or mine are wrong. But we need all cards on the table, especially since we were almost blown up.
Look, you're still, my elder within the chorus, and I should treat you with more respect. So I apologize.
At this point, I think we could dispatch from those old tropes of treating people a certain way because of how long they've been in service. We've been together for long enough that I think we're all on the same page here. We've all saved each other once at a time. I don't think we need to continue those traditions, at least here in this group. I see you as an equal.
Thanks, old man.
You don't have to call me old man, though. You can call me Gilwind. That's the only honorific that I do require as a name. But
yes, sir. Yes, Galen.
Thank you, Diesel.
Okay. So, and you see them just start walking back and forth, like almost like as something that they watched on TV, where you see someone who's thinking they put their hands behind their back, so they're like kind of like copying that motion with their legs kicking out back and forth. It's like, okay, so we found someone, and they're at a power plant. Now we just have to get there. How should we get there?
I mean, we can drive.
Last I checked, power plants weren't accessible to the public. Maybe I'm wrong.
We definitely know where they are. To get on the premises might take some creative energies, but usually with these kind of buildings, you can't miss them. You don't even really need to.
Now we could also wait for him to get off work.
Unless he's not working.
Yeah, this is not working.
We don't really know what he looks like, so we wouldn't really know who will be coming out.
Yes. Yes. Also, there's probably some sort of uniform. Everyone will be dressed similarly, possibly with the yellow hard hats on and such. So it might be hard to tell.
Alice, you were saying something?
Oh, tell us.
Yeah, I thought you looked like you wanted to say something.
Oh no, I was agreeing. I was reading the time sphere. I was like, oh, I have an idea.
Oh, what's the idea?
I don't know exactly yet if I can even do it. I was wondering though, is there a way? Can I like speed up, or I guess slow everything down, where it's like standstill, or speed myself up to where everything stands still, so then you could just walk in to the power plant?
Interesting.
That was what my idea.
Oh, that's an interesting plan.
What rank of time are you?
3.
So you could speed yourself up considerably. It would be incredibly vulgar, and it would require a lot of successes to get to the point in which other people seemed to slow down, seemed to be not moving at that speed. So you're looking at probably at least 7 or 8 successes for that level.
Mm-hmm.
But speeding yourself up is possible.
Okay. Just curious.
Interesting idea.
Yeah.
So I have an idea, but I'm kind of nervous.
Mhm.
So I'll be honest. A lot of my newfound confidence is because I feel safe around all of you, and I feel like I'm good, but I could technically teleport to where this person is on the map, because I have their mark right here. So I would just teleport to this mark. It'd be right next to them.
Oh,
But would that only be you, or can you teleport all of us?
Just me.
yeah,
I-
we
I
have
think
tried
that's
to.
that's quite dangerous. What you said?
That's why I was a bit nervous. Kind of talking about, because then I would be alone with this new person. And
I think that's a great idea, though. But I would think it would be a great idea if we were right outside, so that we can assist
that
you.
part. I was thinking
Yes.
it'd be better if we drove up to the plant and got as close as we could get before letting you do something like that.
Yeah.
so you'll still be close by.
Yes.
Okay.
And if worse came to worse, we could blast our way in and get you out.
True.
And we wouldn't be that far. And yeah, it's reading my mind, Chalice.
Oh, you have the mind spear. Oh, you have not a spear. You have the mind skills.
Yeah, no, but yeah,
More of
okay.
a saying.
Oh. Okay, that. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Some people just have that innate ability.
And you all are not like me and Iron, yet you can still see like, wow, that's amazing.
It doesn't quite work that way. I'm kind of. So you read my mind is a saying that people use, not because somebody else has the ability to literally read your mind, but the two of you are thinking the same thing, and that's usually what that means.
Oh.
Yeah.
And at the moment, Talos and I were both thinking the same thing.
Same wavelength.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because I like how would people who were awakened be able to read each other's mind? Because you have to be awakened to be able to read each other's mind. So
you want to know one of the other ways you can accomplish that without being awakened.
What's that?
If you know somebody really well, that usually helps with the whole being able to like tell what other people are thinking. Like right now, I can tell that you're thinking that this is all very interesting, but you really want some chocolate.
Wait, you have the mind spirit. Why are you trying to? Wow. Yeah, that's. Especially,
I only know that because you're always thinking about chocolate. That didn't take any magical ability to, like, even mundane ability to accomplish. So.
Oh, is it really that common? Is it? Oh wow. Okay. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, I happen to like chocolate. I don't know why.
That's a good thing. But the person here whose thoughts I can't read are Walter's. I don't know what he's thinking over there.
Standing there, looks at Diesel. What did I do?
You didn't do anything, but Arya's talking about teleporting into a power plant by themselves, and you haven't said a word.
Do I even have to? It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Let's not send the 8-year-old into a power plant on their own. And we're gonna do it anyway because that's how it always goes.
It's about getting you to acknowledge, that these are the things that you're feeling. Speaking your truth, it's important.
God, I need a cigarette. He just lights up a cigarette.
Not next to the 8-year-old kid.
Walks to the other side of the room.
Oh, that smells. Oh, that smells. Okay.
What do you think, Owen? Any ways that we can improve this plan?
I think we've spent enough time kind of talking and debating the plan. I think now we need to act. So I say no more improvements.
Let's go. Great. You feeling better, Walter? Do you think you can drive this?
I'll drive.
Okay.
Notably doesn't answer.
All right.
I think Ari points to while they're walking out. Ari points to Diesel's elbow and kind of like just pokes them a little bit to get them to see if they can come down. And like, I think I heard Galway say that once before. I think he's like a superhero.
I think he might be a superhero too.
I thought I was like, he likes action. I remember him saying that before.
But be careful. He's probably trying to protect his secret identity. So don't tell him that you know.
Wait, that's right. Nobody was just supposed to tell about. Okay, I promise, secret safe. I promise. And they'll hold out their pinky fingers. Okay, and then they just close up their lip, and then they put their arms behind their back, and they keep walking.
You're a good kid.
Yeah, I guess we headed to the car.
We're gonna make our way to the power plant.
All right. Well, then, as you all are making your way, so far it doesn't seem to be anything unique or special is going to happen. So if there isn't anything you all wish to say, you all will arrive outside of this building, and you can see that the building itself is open to the public, but it seems to be kind of a large area that is divided almost into two sections. There's like a part of it for the normal person to be able to enter and take care of business, and then there is an actual area where you see people who are working in kind of hard hats and other necessary equipment are working on what looks to be kind of like large transformers and things like that. How would you all like to proceed?
I think you might want to let the talkers do some talking.
Yeah. Question for Jam. Does the lot look full? Does it look like a lot of people here?
No, it doesn't look busy. It's maybe 15 cars total.
15? Oh. Does anyone does anyone recognize any of the vehicles here? Any might either belong to the potential mayor or one of the mayor's subordinates?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Do we?
Yeah. Can we take a look around?
Yeah, I'd like to do I feel like one of us might recognize a license plate or something about a car. Is there any role that we could possibly do to see that?
You can roll either intelligence or perception, and we'll say alertness.
Does eidetic memory help here? That's like a photo memory.
I'll say yes, I will say the difficulty will go down by 3 for you. So it'll be 3. The difficulty will be 3 for Walter, 6 for everyone else.
So that's intelligence and awareness or alertness.
Yeah. Alertness.
okay. Intelligence and alertness.
Difficulty of 6.
Alertness. Difficulty. And does my keen-edged mind apply here?
I botched. It's great.
Yeah.
I suggested it and botched.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes. I rolled 2 10s, y'all.
Whoa, Walter killed it.
Eidetic memory goes
So Walter and Diesel, you're pretty confident none of the cars here are related to the mayor. You know that the mayor tends to do things in a way that was very opulent and wealthy, and these seem to be pretty normal, everyday, 9 to 5 type of person car here. For you, Gail, you're pretty confident there's kind of a red Mustang in the back, and you're absolutely sure it belongs to the mayor.
I think I spotted our car here. Look at that Mustang back there. It's very obvious, very person of style would desire that.
I think usually the mayor tends to go for sleeker, a slightly sleeker look than something. I don't think he would rock up in something that loud.
Feels too gaudy.
Yeah.
And the red.
I think since Gailwin botched, he is going to go over to this car and try to inspect it. And unless someone stops him, he is going to go over and see if he can discover anything. Is it a Mustang with the top down so I could see inside of it?
It seems safe.
Sure. Yes.
Because if so, Gailwin is getting in this. Gailwin is getting in this Mustang, and he is looking around for stuff.
Well, there looks Diesel.
And is
roll the Dex and athletics to see if you can do this without making the alarm go off. Difficulty 6.
Oh.
This whole time, Walter is looking at Diesel like, what do we do?
Well, no, Dylan, I don't think that it's a good idea for you to mess with somebody's car.
There he goes.
I don't think so either. He's still doing it. 3 successes.
All right, with 3 successes, you are able to kind of hop over the door and into it without making any of the alarms or anything go off. And you're pretty confident that it won't.
Is it a cool looking hop?
It is as cool as you want it to be.
Sweet.
And looking around, you don't think there will be anything kind of revealing that you were there. But you see, there's a pair of like fuzzy dice on the mirror, the first mirror. It looks to be like some kind of folders on the seat to the right. But other than that, it seems pretty normal.
I'm looking through the folders. I'm like
you
convinced
see there
that
are
this is some side with this guy. So unless someone stops me, it's like I'm taking this botch to the bank.
Like Diesel will walk over and be like, Dalen, what are you doing?
Psst, just a little careless, and those folders might have some information that we can use.
I'm almost positive that there is nobody here that's associated with the mayor.
I am
right
very
now
positive.
you are looking through somebody's private information without having
I open the folder.
Oh God.
What's in the first folder?
It looks like it is some information from a case that looks like it's a case about the people suing a landlord or tenant landlord organization that was overcharging for power and electricity.
Seems like some high-powered lawyers stuff. So perhaps you are right. But just for safekeeping, I think I'll keep some of these folders because the lawyer could possibly be in cahoots with the mayor. Perhaps one of the mayor's high-powered lawyers.
I mean, or those are case files for okay.
You never know. It's part of gathering intelligence is sometimes connections are made that you might not see initially. So we're going to keep these folders.
Oh.
Are you sure about?
I'm not entirely sure how to convince you that, like,
that's stealing, and I'm a private investigator. I have every reason to arrest you right now.
I feel like that's not the right course of action to steal a poor man's work.
I feel like I want to roll to see if I go through with this. Or should I just make it easy on y'all? Just put them back. I don't feel like making it easy.
Hey, you rolled this beautiful botch, and you should resolve it however you feel compelled to resolve.
Okay, he looks at the rest of the party and say, well, I have put my faith in you for a lot of other things, and I will take only one folder. I think that's a nice compromise. And he puts the rest of them back, tries to sort them just like they looked on the car, and it's away.
All right.
In the car.
I would like to look at the entrance of the building to see what we're working with, and we can just walk right in.
You see there is a security guard who's kind of walking about, but they don't seem to you to be particularly good at their job. They're just kind of, walking like the entrance of a minor public building. Kind of walking back and forth. It looks like they'd rather be anywhere else.
I'd like to walk right in the building.
I would like to follow him.
So
Walter meanders behind.
So Ari's going to roll underneath the car. And as they roll underneath the car to where no one can see them, they're going to turn invisible. So therefore, no one can be able to see that they're walking by.
Invisible.
Yep.
All right, so that will be Vulgar still.
Oh, it's still Vulgar? Oh, I thought it was like a magic trick.
It's Vulgar, no.
Like, hey, you went up the car.
That's still Vulgar. It'll be Vulgar without witnesses, but it will still be Vulgar.
All right, perfect.
So so that'll be a if you're turning, it'll be 6 if you're turning invisible. Forces 2.
All right. Ooh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. All right, you can start off strong.
So with 4 successes, you will be invisible for the rest of the scene, or unless you choose to end it. And you will gain 1 point of paradox with a successful casting of a ogre spell.
Okay. Yeah, all right, we're still below 5, so I would take that, but it's okay. So Ari would then, after they get finished casting their spell, they're going to pop right next, or hyper run right next over to where Diesel is, and you just whisper very low before they get to the gate, like, by the way, I'm invisible. So- oh, sorry. Well, I wish I could talk to you like I talked to Iris, like through the bind. But is there a way I could give you like a heads up, so therefore I don't give you a heart attack?
I mean, I think that there's very little that you're going to be able to do to mitigate possibly giving me a heart attack. Because if you tap me, that might startle me. If you talk to me, that might startle me. We're just going to play this by ear, okay?
Okay. And they just follow suit.
How about you hold on to the hem of my t-shirt, and if you need to get my attention, you just tug on it. If you tug on it like 3 times, that means you need to step away, and if you tug on it once, that means you need to tell me something.
I like that. That works. It's kind of similar to what I do with my elbow to let Iris know I'm going to talk to her. I like that.
Yeah,
that works.
So just hold on.
Okay. And they'll just grab a small piece of your shirt, just like a little pinch, and then just follow suit.
Where did Ari go?
There.
Again. Yeah. It's normal.
Okay, so you all are able to enter this building without much fuss. And as you enter, you see there is a kind of a front desk area where there's 2 separate, one long desk with 2 people at it. Off to the right, there is a sitting area, and you can see there's one of those take a number here, little red machines. And then next to that is a kind of a sitting area. And then you see there's about 4 people sitting there now.
Okay, Ari. Do you think you can figure out exactly which one of the people in this building might be our celestial friend?
I'm pretty sure I can see them on the phone. But like, I just see the map. Like the map, does it show like real time? So like, unless there was like I'm not good with computers. I can't like hack or something like that. Like that's like the Matrix. But like I could just see them on Google Maps and they teleport to where they are, and then I'll be right next to them.
This kid has never played in the park with other little kids until recently, but knows the Matrix. That sounds about right.
That's normal.
Yeah, it's perfect to me.
Eat the iron.
No, that's totally makes sense.
I like how this is the time where Diesel and Walter start questioning the reality they live in.
Diesel's always questioning the reality they live in. That's just their permanent state of mind.
Am I in the Matrix?
Well, Ari, and I wanted to not deliberately, I would like to be talking not the direction where Ari is, just because they're invisible. So I would like to be confused on that. So, Ari, what about this? What if you teleport to the spot that you said that the Celestial's at, and as soon as you see who they are, since you're invisible, right, you could just run back to us and let us know who they are. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Can I take a picture with your phone?
Yeah, you can take a picture with my phone. I don't mind.
Okay. So I can do that. I can see them and then I'll take a picture and then I'll come back.
That sounds like a good idea.
Just make sure that the flash is off.
Here, let me
Oh.
set it. Here, let me set it up for you.
Oh,
Diesel sets up their phone camera for Ari. So all you have to do is point it at them and push the button.
okay. Push the button and it'll take a picture, right?
Yes, that's right. You want to practice?
And
And
wait.
Diesel pulls a couple of like the others close and say cheese.
Cheese.
I always see this in movies, but I never thought I'd get to do this. They're like, here we go. Beat. And they'll try and take a photo. I'm pretty sure it's probably garbage, but because they'll hold it like portrait instead of landscape.
Of course. Of
Cut
course.
off the top of our
Terrible
heads.
photo. Trash. Absolutely.
Walter is somehow blurry even if everyone else isn't because of Arcane.
We have like one case of like the evil eyes happening.
Yeah, the red eyes.
Yep.
Like,
Absolutely.
it is work.
One of my eyelids are closed.
Yeah, it's perfect. Good job, Ari.
Did they just get a... I didn't know you could get red eyes on the phone.
Leave it to Ari. All right.
That's new.
You gonna be okay in there?
I think so. Because
Okay.
they can't see me, so I can just
Remember, tug on my shirt when you're back.
Okay. What time, right?
One picture. Yeah.
What picture? And I'll tug on your shirt one time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. And yeah, Ari's essentially going to attempt to teleport to the placement that they see on the map.
How are you doing that?
First they're going to ask, "Oh, Diesel, can you open the door real quick?"
Yeah. I can open the door.
And
Diesel
so,
opens the door.
and so when Diesel opens the door, Ari is going to walk through, but as they walk through the door, that's when they teleport. They kind of like turn towards the left, and as they turn to the left, like somebody's leaving the exit, that's when they just vanish and they reappear whatever it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's going to be vulgar.
Oh no! Wait! Now the book says if as long as you walk through a door, if nobody sees you, that should be constitution. That's why I put the example from. That's why I just use the example.
Yeah, but you're stretching no one can see you by the fact that you're doing it in front of people, but you're using the ability to be invisible.
Yeah.
Which I respect, but I feel like I don't know. I'll be nice. I'll allow it.
It's a DM choice.
I'll allow it.
DM choice.
I'll allow it. I will allow it to be coincidental.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like you are
you were so mad,
following the text of the rule, not the spirit. But I allow it. I'm merciful. I allow it. I'm a merciful person.
You said that
You will need 4 successes. You will need 5 successes because you're going to a described location.
Ooh, okay. Luckily, I have 5 dots. Okay.
I believe in you.
Here we go. What was the difficulty again? 6. Okay, let me just use quick.
Wait, use that Quint. Yeah, use that Quint.
Yeah, I was thinking. So I'll knock it down to 3. Okay, here we go. 3 difficulty 3 now. 5 successes. Perfect. Okay, thank you because I had 2 4s, but yeah, I have 5 successes now.
8.
Okay. So it takes a moment, but after you take several steps in the direction, and as you turn, you step through, and when your feet land, you aren't in the same place. You are kind of standing in what looks to be like a carpeted office. You can see in front of you there is a kind of an oak wooden desk with a person with dark skin and kind of long braids that go down to their shoulders, sitting at a desk writing what looks to be like some sort of report or project paper or something like that.
And so Ari's going to take a very long glance to essentially memorize their face, due to being bright and intelligent. Hopefully that should work pretty well. And then they're going to, of course, use their cell phone to take a picture. Fortunately, Diesel took off the flash because, I was definitely expecting things to go completely wrong because Ari wouldn't have any idea about flashes. So fortunately, Diesel took care of that, took the photo, and then tried to teleport back.
So this is the issue.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not a physicist, so if anyone in the comment section is, and this isn't correct, feel free to correct me. But when you're invisible, you are bending light so that way it does not affect you, which would also mean it wouldn't reach the phone, and therefore you couldn't take a picture.
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
So to be invisible with forces is to take light and bend it away from yourself. Right. So that way it isn't touching you at all. Yeah. Which would also mean it won't get to the camera. So I don't believe a camera would still work.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Unless you somehow unless there's a way you can poke it like just outside of it. So it's a bit of a floating app, the camera to quickly take it. Yeah. You would have to potentially expose.
But wouldn't that mean that they couldn't see either then?
No, I can see.
Yes, but they have the correspondence 1 ability, so they can see without eyesight.
Without being.
That's one of the so the spell that Ari is using is replacing their eyesight with a correspondence vision.
Mm-hmm.
I love the science though, Rudy. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
There are rules still, unfortunately.
That makes perfect sense. I did not think about that. That's a good point. I'll be honest. Ari's intelligent, but they don't know much about how, like cell phones and stuff like that. So they have no knowledge in technology. So it makes sense that this will go right over their head. They'd be like, "Why is it not?" They're probably thinking to themselves, "Why is it not working?"
Let's go physics.
So in that case, is there a place that isn't immediately visible? Because their idea now is they're going to try to see if they can find on the app maybe some type of like timer of like maybe 15, 20 seconds. Put the phone down, because once they put it down, it's no longer covered by the spell.
Oh, I like this.
And then have the timer go off, and then hurry up and grab it, and then teleport back. But
I love it.
But I need to see if there's like a spot that they could be able to place it at, where they wouldn't be able to see. Oh, well, no, I can't be behind their back. And you only see the back.
So in the office, you think the safest place would be to there is a section where it's like a bookcase, and then there's where you would guess there'd be a chair for like another person who is sitting in one to either read or look out the window or what have you. I mean, you figure you could probably set up the phone there. It's kind of not out of the line of sight, but it's kind of to the left of where they're sitting. So it'd be kind of in that edge of where peripheral vision may be ending or not. But you figure that would probably be your best option.
How tall is the bookshelf?
It's about, let's say 5.5 feet.
So, it's definitely not a reachable
not
range.
A big one.
I mean, Ari's not 5 feet. They're like 3 foot something. Okay. So what Ari's going to do when they realize they just walk up to this bookshelf, they just like, oh, this is dope. And they're going to essentially flap out their wings and have the wings come out, and then they could be able to fly on top of the bookshelf and then place the camera on top there. And then
okay. So now you're generating wind with your wings. So I'm gonna have to have you roll a dexterity and stealth. It's because flying indoors is not exactly as secretive. So I will say dex stealth at difficulty 7. It's not.
Oh my god!
You are,
Don't fly into a wall.
You're pulling human-sized wings in an office. Like a regular bird in an office would be very hard to miss, but like a human-sized wings. So it'll be difficult, but you can try. You are welcome to try. This is not going to be easy.
Is there any way I could use forces to migrate, or reduce?
Mitigate?
Mitigate. Yes, that's where I was looking for. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mitigate. I said it again.
Whoa!
I said it correctly, and then I reversed
Mitigate.
Mitigate. I have to think of the spelling in my head.
Let's see.
Mitigate the win. Is it possible for me to do it?
Let me double check something. I don't want to give you an incorrect information because I'm curious to see how this is going to go. You don't. Yeah. So you don't have a life too, so you can't fly in an alternative method. So wind would be under the control of forces. However, the command you have of forces only lets you transform one force into another one. So you could get rid of the wind, but you'd have to turn into something different.
Well, yep, looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way then. Because, I mean, what, they're going to change it to fire? Sound? I mean, there's no way to... light? No, that makes it worse. Everything would be obvious. So, yeah, I guess they'll have to try the stealth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no dots and stealth. Can I use quintessence on this? No, or is this like a physical task you can't use quintessence on?
No, this is purely just you being trying to be hidden.
Okay, so I will already use one willpower because I already know I'm going to need it to give me one guaranteed success. And here we go. Oh my god, I got an 8 and a 9. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Thank you, Dice. You have saved my gluteus maximus.
So what you end up doing isn't so much as a flying as kind of a jumping and just generating just enough wind to be able to kind of reach your hand above the bookcase just long enough. It's really more of a jump, just a higher jump than normal. And as you're falling down, you do have the presence of mind to trigger the timer for the picture. And I will say it'll take like 10 seconds. So as you get kind of land, there is a moment where he kind of looks up and you can see some of the papers have begun to move. And he kind of looks around for a moment and kind of shakes it off and then goes back to writing.
Ari invented the double jump IRL.
Unbelievable.
Basically.
Tell the story.
I'm having heart palpitations. I was thinking like, okay, I got one success. That's all I got. And I was like, what? Okay. They're trying to make sure Ari makes it to the season finale. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, okay. So the picture's been taken. Wait, so I had to do it one more time? Or I'm flying, right?
The camera is still up there as your flight. If you tried to do sustained flight, even for that long, it would be obvious that there was something in the room. Mm-hmm. So you've come back down. So you would need to find a way to get the phone again. And I will say, with your knowledge, you are aware that it is possible to reach through space and to pull something back to you using correspondence.
I'm an idiot.
So it would be possible for you to do it that way.
I'm an idiot. That Ari was just.
Hey, you wanted to be a little bit flashy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're a little kid out on your own in the world trying to like make it work.
Just try their hardest. I think at that moment when they come to their realization, they almost like smack their head because they're just like, because especially since they saw the papers kind of flap a bit, you just seem to, and then slowly come back down. So yeah, they'll just take out, grab their backpack, pretty much reach inside their backpack, and then just grab the camera. and pull it down.
All right, I will say with your art, I will use the automatic success option since you had only one success for that anyway. So you were able to pull that off.
All right. And
That's awesome.
I was like, nah, I'm done. That's it. You all have a great season finale. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so once when they see that they're going to, the door's closed, right? The door's not open?
Yes, the door is closed.
Okay. Then what they're going to do is they're going to essentially try to climb underneath, not climb, but like crawl underneath like a chair. And then as they crawl underneath the chair, that's kind of like their idea of like transporting from one location to another. So they're crawling underneath the chair. As they crawl from one chair to another, poof, they go.
I'll say you could crawl under the chair without causing any undue notice. I'm assuming you get rid of your wings.
Oh, yeah, of
assuming you get rid of your wings first. So just go ahead and roll it for me.
Okay.
I will say you're going to a location I will consider familiar to you now. And I will say that Aaron is there as well, so you would only need 3 successes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Gracious.
7, right?
It's still 6, so I'll allow this to be coincidental.
Okay. All right. Oh, perfect. All right. 1, 2, 3 successes. You said 3 successes, right?
3 successes.
Perfect. Okay.
And as you crawl, you arrive back in the main.
I had 2 twos for the other 2. Go ahead.
You arrive back in kind of the main lobby, and you can see there's a rather bored-looking woman at the front desk. Calls out number 42. And you see someone stands and makes their way over, and you see your people are waiting over there, waiting for you.
So slowly, Ari, especially now when they saw the papers flying, they're kind of taking an extra step to try to be a bit more cautious, and they slowly make their way over to where Diesel is, and then they'll just gently pull on their shirt, like, I'm back.
Yeah, let's go outside for a second. It'll be easier for us to talk out there.
You can't see them, but they're nodding. Okay.
So we'll head like out of the lobby area just so that we have a little bit more privacy.
I follow.
But do we want to go like completely outside, or we like completely out the parking lot kind of area, or like just like a secluded?
I think just finding a secluded place to talk is probably
that's
the
what
best.
I was figuring. Yeah.
There is a little section near the front door where there's one of those little smoking things are. You gather where people would go to take a smoke break.
Those things are.
Ooh, they smell.
Yes.
Walter's there
I know what is like already there.
with a coffee cup, with a plastic coffee cup and a
Plastic coffee cup.
He's like he basically lives off of cigarettes and coffee.
Mm-hmm. That is diet.
Yes,
It's the only thing that's holding him together is caffeine and nicotine.
Not in denial.
So as they make their way, Ari's gonna look up and say, I almost had a heart attack. I almost got caught. And they'll put the camera down so they can be able to see what the individual looks like.
What
So
do
you
we
got a
see?
decent picture. You see a dark skinned man with the braids kind of going down, and he's wearing a decently tailored suit, and he seems to be working on something. The picture is decent for what you had to go through to get it. Going winning your awards, but it'll suffice.
Is there? Well, I guess it doesn't really make sense to see if we recognize anything else in the picture because Ari was in the room, so he would have seen. Yeah, or like they would have seen. So yeah, I think we're.
I have a question for you, Ari. When you were in there with them, did you feel anything? Like, did they seem like they might be awakened, or?
I'll be honest. I was so focused on taking the photo, and I I brought out my wings, which I made a boo boo, and some wind came out. But fortunately, it wasn't that much to where they noticed. But because of that, I got a bit nervous. So I feel like I drank a lot of like Mountain Dew, and so my heart is going like 300 miles per hour. So it's safe to say I didn't really try to do that because I was just trying to stay as stealthy as possible.
It's all right. I just wanted
Sorry.
to know. No, don't apologize. You did a really good job.
Yes, we appreciate your work.
do.
Thank you. Is there something that helps you your heart to slow down a bit? Is it like fish oil pills? I think fish oil pills help with that. I think
It's deep breaths.
Yes.
I don't want to know my suggestions.
Okay. And they just take they take big deep breaths to try to calm down from that a bit.
And
Breathe in,
we're
breathe out.
positive that this is the Celestial.
This was the point on the map.
Okay. Well, I think we should figure out who they are. Maybe look at some pictures around the office inside and see if maybe they're higher up, or if not, we could always try to see if we can maybe just talk to them.
Yeah, I know their first name, so shouldn't be too difficult to figure out the rest.
Do you know their
You
first
know,
name?
we could have totally looked at the website of the place. See if they have a public profile of the employees or maybe the higher ups.
Well, now that we know their first name and we know what they look like,
They really
To
hide
Google.
in plain sight.
To
That's what
Google.
I don't have a phone, so
Yeah. I was about to say y'all gonna have to Google because Gailwin is not.
I mean,
gonna
Diesel-
go to ask Jeeves and look for something maybe.
Jeeves.
throw back. Throw back. If y'all don't know about Ask Jeeves, oh boy.
that was the go-to
That,
back when
It's a
MySpace was still
real-
a thing.
that was a real deep cut. Wow. I ain't heard about no Ask Jeeves in a while.
I am a true old man.
That no longer works, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm in that weird generation where I was born in 1980, so I'm like not a millennial, but not a Gen Xer. I'm like in the weird middle.
What they call a Zedial.
like a Zillennial, or my favorite that I heard was Oregon Trail, like generation.
The Oregon Trail
which,
generation.
I kind of like that. Yeah. Micro generation.
Alrighty then. Wow. Okay, so yeah, I mean,
Well-
Diesel will bust out their phone and see if they can find like a public roster of the employees at the CPP or the CCP.
It doesn't take you. It doesn't take you very long. You do see that there is only one Damian Jones, who seems to be the general manager for this particular office.
The general manager. Nice.
Hey.
He's good looking too. Wow.
So I think we might be able to get in there quite easily. We just say that we have a meeting with the general manager, and I don't see how they want to let us see him.
And then you charm the pants off of them, and if that doesn't work, I flirt the pants off of them. One way or the other.
His pants are off.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, the juice of the coffee. It's like, hey, what?
What? Why would
No.
the pants come off? I don't understand.
No, don't.
It-
It's
Just another saying.
just what I'm saying. Iron's going to kill me. Okay.
She is totally
Really?
going to kill me. She's totally going to kill us.
Okay. All right. Let's not corrupt her little sibling. Let's just go.
That being said, we could also just totally wait for him to finish his work and talk to him outside. So we don't look like, well, actually we'll look like weirdos either way. But do you think we'll look less weird if we walk into his office or we wait for him outside?
Wait from outside. I feel it's a little stalkerish. Just
Yeah,
a
we can-
little bit.
We can just say that,
To be
oh no. Oh no. Okay.
And And Walter reaches
I need to
into
see.
his-
No.
My heart. My heartstrings.
Ree, why do you do this? Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. No, I think we have two people in this group that are fairly decent at talking their way into and out of situations. So I think we can manage a meeting with the general manager of the CCP pretty
Walter
easily.
kind of reaches into his back pocket and pulls out his wallet, and shows them a license that basically kind of gives him an excuse to walk into a place. It's like,
Yes,
does this help?
let's flex the private. Yes.
Yes.
I've been waiting for you to do this, Walter. Let's
This is
go
great.
for it.
I did the job for like a week when I wasn't living in the theater.
In the theater.
I am
Well,
terrible at English.
Walter, if you'd like to take lead on this, I think that would be wonderful.
Oh no. I am just there to look menacing.
Okay.
Well, I don't like to lie if I don't have to. So I'm happy to just play your backup on this as well, Talos.
I mean, is it really lying since I am technically investigating him?
I think it's a bit stretching the truth, would you say?
just a little bit. But anyways, let's go. Let's go in there.
As long as I don't, bending the truth is not the same as lying.
Ari's learning a lot about morality.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say. I was like, I look right at like Ari and just shake my head like.
I mean, you learned a lot about that sort of thing. Hey, like, I mean, your sister is Iron.
The dynamo's coming out in like little doses.
All right, let's be about our P's and Q's here. Let's do this.
All right. So I guess you head over.
Yes. So we make our way to the front desk, and I guess hello. I would like to speak with your general manager, Damian Jones.
What number are you?
Well, they're kind of holds up the thing.
I kind of look and see what number it's on right now.
Oh, nice.
45.
45. That's me. I lost my ticket coming up here. But yeah.
Roll charisma and empathy
I will.
or expression.
I will
this-
roll
Or
charisma.
subterfuge.
This never works at the DMV, by the way. It never works.
I don't know. If you're a veteran, it does.
Oh yeah, I'm number 335. I lost my ticket.
Yeah. You go up there and you just flex. I lost my ticket. I'm a veteran. And then they're like, oh yeah, whatever you want.
That's
Do your
Thank you
thing.
so much for your service.
Service.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great time.
Difficulty 6. The difficulty is 6.
1, 2.
Does Walter showing his license help lower the difficulty to kind of throw off the clerk?
Sure. I'll say you can lower it to a 5.
To
Like,
5. And
was
what
it
was
like-
what was the roll again? It was charisma,
Charisma and
and
either empathy or expression.
okay. And can I use a willpower
Yes.
Nice, spend willpower.
to get that at least one of them? Yeah.
All right.
Do the thing, Talos. Do the thing.
Fantastic. We're gonna see how this works. Because I'm charming. Does that help at all? Or
Sure.
I'm self-proclaimed charming.
You're charming. So if you roll any zeros, they count for 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got. You said 5, right? You said that.
Yep. Difficulty
That's
5. Yeah.
That's what you said. All right. Just so we're clear.
Because
All right.
Walter's standing there holding the license like,
I got 4 successes technically. Because I got a 10, I have an 8, and a 5.
Ooh.
Nice.
You can use a willpower to get an wait, you
So
need
6.
Oh, that's.
So you got
6.
6 successes
Yeah.
Wait, I thought.
because you spent a
Oh,
willpower to
5.
get a
If you
success.
roll
You're right.
for...
I know math.
So, yeah, is it 5 or 6? Point is, you are well beyond how many you actually needed. So you're good. You're good. You see her kind of actually look up at you for like the first time in this conversation. And she kind of looks at all of you and then looks at the badge and she's like, second floor at the top of the stairs.
Thank you so much. And I go to the second floor.
And as we're all filing our way onto the elevator, Diesel definitely tosses the receptionist a nice little wink on the It's not necessarily meant to be flirtatious, but like, yeah, there's a little.
And
wink.
so counter one.
But she does give you a pleasant smile as you all are making your way up to the front, up to the office. And as you get to the top of the stairs, you do see there is an office to your left that says Damien Jones on it, on the door.
And as we walk, Walter's gonna say, "Did we even think about what we're gonna tell him?"
I mean, we need to figure out whether or not he's even awakened first.
Oh, by the way, a spirit in a computer told us to find you. Hi.
I think it might be best if we don't all go in there. Might be best if maybe just you go in there, Walter.
I agree.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Well, I should go in too because I'm invisible.
Yeah, the two of you go in together. Try to get a read on this guy.
I can see aura.
If you can see Aura, can you just tell me if it's awakened or not?
I can do that.
And yeah,
Actually,
you're a private investigator. I'm sure you can make up a reason why you need to talk to him.
that doesn't mean I'm good at. I mean, I'm good at lying. I'm not good at talking to people.
If you're good at lying, then you're good at talking to people.
Isn't that required?
Lying to people to be a private investigator? Technically,
No.
I'm allowed to lie.
No, I think you might be underselling yourself. I think you.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be good at your job if you couldn't talk to people, especially ones that you might deem marks per se.
If I was good at my job, I wouldn't be in this situation. Right?
Hey, listen to me, Walter. I want you to look me right in the eyes, okay?
Instead of what keeping eye contact with eyes.
I have seen you go from a complete basket case, strung out on all kinds of wild stuff, and absolutely obsessed with the girl who didn't even bother to stick around. You
Ouch.
were. It wasn't but it wasn't your fault. But you blamed yourself.
That was nos ouch.
Yeah, but you blamed yourself for ages and you let yourself get completely in the dumps about it. And I've watched you transform into somebody who's caring and attentive and trying your best to make sure the people around you are safe and are making safe choices. You got this and you can do it. And I need you to just pull it together because this is
Look,
really important.
I know we might die in a couple hours, but can you not lay also think I feel like I might actually die again.
I do think we should keep our voices just a little down.
No, I'm just trying to tell you, Walter, you can handle this. No bullshit. You got this.
I believe in you.
Right. Walter knocks on the door of the office.
I stand a few feet away from it, so it doesn't look like I'm just hanging out right next to that door.
And
Into him. Yeah, Walter walks in.
Ari follows suit, invisible. Poof.
and right here is where we're going to take our break for the evening. All right, and as two of our mages, one invisible, step into this room, they are greeted with the aforementioned man sitting at a desk, still with a sheet of paper in front of him. He looks up at you with a look that's equally stern and resolute. If you are protesters, I don't exactly have a lot of time. There's something I can do for you.
Now Nosferatu needs to think. Oh no.
and Ari's immediately just gonna go boop, eyes narrow, and they're going to try to see if they could be able to detect their aura to see if they're awakened or not.
Well, RT difficulty will be 4.
4. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
Okay, roll perception awareness difficulty 3.
Perception awareness. That was, I believe, was pretty high. Yep, 6 dice.
This is going to be interesting. Turns out he's a sleeper. What then?
The difficulty 3. 1. Fortunately, I had like 3 threes. 1, 2. Yep, 5 successes.
Okay, with 5 successes, you are able to see very clearly. It takes a moment for the colors to kind of settle in, and you see that there are the normal colors of a regular person who seems to be kind of calm. But you see something kind of laid over it that you don't expect to experience. Their aura looks bright and prismatic, and it kind of pulses through various colors from gold to red to crimson to purple to blue and then back to gold again. This is something that Ari has never encountered before.
Oh no. Oh no.
So how does that compare to say Iron's and I aura? Like, how does our aura look as a comparison to that?
It is equally as bright, but it isn't. Your aura's is not prismatic. Yours is more sparkling.
So
Okay. Oh, see, I get it. I see. Ari has no idea.
oh no.
Okay. So, let's see. Ari's going to, because he's right up in the front. Ari's going to send a image, because I can send images with mine one, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I will send an image of what I saw to Nosferatu, and then a second image that says is an image of Iron and I, and then a third image of a dictionary word that says different.
Assuming that there is no attempt to prevent such access to one's mind, that will go. I will say you only have to roll for that. You don't need 1 success.
Perfect.
So what would I roll to kind of know what this is? Would that be like occult or?
You could try an intelligence and esoterica roll, but the difficulty would be 9.
Oh no. Esoterica. I'm gonna try it. Esoterica.
Wait, would I could have tried that roll, right? There was no way for me to try that roll.
You wouldn't know,
You
but you'd have no chance of knowing because you have not
read in the books.
educated it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Esoterica. Does my keen-edged mind apply here?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Let's go. I'm gonna spend one of my regained willpowers to get at least 1 success. Let's go. Oh, that's 3.
That doesn't seem to match anything that you are aware of.
All right. Well then, that's a waste of a willpower. Hey, at least we know. But
Is there something I can help you with?
oh, sort of. You see, we've been investigating, or I've been investigating, possible cases of corruption, and I've received an anonymous tip that you might be able to help me.
Another journalist?
Not a
Get a statement from
journalist.
the secretary at the.
I'm not a journalist, private investigator actually. See,
What exactly do you need to know about?
Yeah, it's related to, and I don't remember the name, but Walter does.
Are you asking about which case are you? What case are you, or event are you asking about?
Walter said he's investigating quote unquote corruption related to the potential new mayor of Cleveland. What's his name?
Garrick?
Garrick, yeah.
Garrick?
Roll charisma or manipulation, and like there's subterfuge, expression, or empathy.
Subterfuge is higher. So that's manipulation and subterfuge.
See, you can do this. I know you can do this.
Subterfuge. Where is subterfuge? That's the survival. Here, subterfuge. Oh, I clicked initiative by accident. Oof.
Oh, like what? 12 successes. Lord of the liars.
Wow.
Nah, that's,
Crit.
that's initiative. I am so sorry. Okay, that's difficult 7. Let's go. 1.
I've already spoken to other journalists about the mayor. As far as I know, regardless of who wins, I will be here to make sure that power goes to whoever needs it whenever they need it, safely and effectively. I'm not in the business of endorsing political campaigns or getting involved in the minutia.
And it kind of, Walter Scott's kind of dropping the hint of, I don't mean political corruption. We'll see if he picks up on that.
I'm out with what you are talking about so I can get back to my work.
Like, he knows that his aura is magical. He just doesn't know how to. He knows. Wait, hold on. Since Walter has the comparison, does this look like an aura of someone who's aware? Is that similarity, since he could compare auras of Ari and Aaron and this guy, does it look like someone who's aware or someone who's not aware?
Based on what you've been given, the aura is the same intensity and brightness as Aaron and Ari's, which is already supernatural and by itself. No one's, even other mages' auras aren't that bright, but you have no idea what the prismatic part would mean.
But it's not a sleeper aura.
You don't think so. Based on that, you would gather that either for some reason, their aura is many times brighter than it should be.
Right. And he just says, well, now this is the funny part. Walter knows how to broach this. I don't, because I'm terrible at speaking. So Walter says, see, I think we're both aware of the other circles of people that run around Cleveland, and I just need to make sure that we both know what I'm talking about when I say that certain cabals are making moves, and I think you might be important to what's happening. And he kind of waits for Damien to kind of respond to that.
What exactly do you want?
Can I roll something to, is there like a hint if he says that, or is he just straight up not getting what Walter's hinting at?
You gather that he is asking you more what you want than being confused.
Right. So, you see, the thing is, we think, or we know that Garrick wants to do something That's gonna be bad for everybody, especially people like us. And we received a tip that you might be important to stopping him, and we want your help. Straight up.
Why should I trust you?
Come again, Harry?
Why should I be willing to trust you?
Because we are technically not affiliated with any of the people that the dear soon-to-be mayor is. We are, for all intents and purposes, we're multiple traditions working together, so we're as close to independent as you're going to get.
Roll me a willpower roll.
Oh no, all of it?
Difficulty 7.
Oh no, my least favorite roll.
My least favorite role.
He's just like, oh no.
Look, I remember what happened last time I rolled willpower, okay? Oh,
Ooh.
thank you, rolled money.
Wait.
As he speaks, you feel almost a compulsion, a kind of wash over you as he looks at you and he says, "Tell me what you're hiding." And as it happens, you don't feel so much as forced as you kind of feel this almost innate desire to agree. But you're able to you're aware that it is happening. As a result, you aren't forced to follow it.
Walter kind of tilts his head. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that Garrick wants to have a meeting with Destiny, and he wants to use people like you to do it, and I don't want that, because if he gets what he wants, all of us will pay. And please don't try to use magic on me again. It's rude.
You see him visibly tense up, almost as if irritated or disbelieving. And he says something in a language you don't know. But Ari, you can almost instinctively kind of not so much as understand, but kind of get the feeling behind it. And he says, "You don't even understand what it is that you do, yet you attempt to tell me what to do."
So,
But for you, Walter, it sounds more like the words, it doesn't even sound like he's speaking. It's almost as if you simply cease to understand what they're speaking. It's almost as if when he opens his mouth, whatever he's saying simply doesn't exist.
Walter just looks at him. Right, so you proved your point. Yeah. If you want the full thing, I'm gonna put it like this. Garrick has been tracking down people like you, people with a certain heritage, to track down certain artifacts, and now he has laid down the gauntlet, and we received information that you might be of great help, since if he gets his hands on those artifacts, it's gonna be bad. And he says if you know what the Rings of Solomon are, well, you get the idea.
Very well. You can leave. I will speak with people like me when I find them.
Cool.
Ari ears kind of peaked up a bit.
And Walter kind of, before turning around and leaving, is like, can we give each other something as assurance that we will hold up our ends of the deal to each other?
I wish no deceit upon you, and I would not trust your words, regardless of what you did to assure me.
Uh-huh. Well, you seem straightforward, so I'm just gonna look on the bright side and hope you don't screw me over. And Walter turns to leave. Before he goes, just be a bit careful, since the technocrats weren't exactly, or actually, no, never mind. He doesn't remember that, so he doesn't say anything. He just says, "All right, I'll talk to my associates, and I hope we will be able to help each other."
Bye.
And Walter makes his exit.
Ari stays behind.
Oh no.
And then when Walter closes the door, Ari kind of looks towards the individual, and then they slowly take away their invisibility. It says, I understood what you said.
And who are you?
I'm like you, but different.
No. You are not like me.
Either way, your aura is a bit different, but we're also similar.
Who is your ancestor?
I don't know. That was one of the things they were telling me I could see you and see if you perhaps may know. Because if we know who that is, then maybe we can make sure we know what Ring of Solomon Garrick made me going after.
You seem familiar to me.
I do?
Yes, but it has been a long, long time. What exactly are you after? I assume that other person was with you.
Well, Walter was kind of telling the truth. We're trying to make sure that Garrick doesn't get any of the rings of Solomon. But Garrick knows about me. But we don't know about the ring or our lineage. So I asked the spirit to see if they could be able to help us out. And they sent us to you.
Very well. I could assist you. But I sense you are still hiding something from me.
Is there any cameras in here?
No.
Okay. They'll look around and says, all right, well, this is kind of like what I truly am. And then they kind of look down, and as they grab their backpack, the minute that they lean forward, that is actually where the white wing starts to unfold from their back and kind of like wrap around them as feathers starts to flow from the top.
And as you do that, he looks at you, and for a moment, you see recognition and shock. You remind me of things that I should not be remembering. I do know who your ancestor was, or is, I suppose.
Would you like to talk about it? I would love to hear what you remember. I have a really good ear. And they'll hop on the seat and they have their legs kicked back and forth.
you are not ready to know such information. If I remember correctly, just talking to me is lethal for your kind. What is it you need exactly? Your friend was very difficult with his explanation.
Go. Well, for one, we wanted to make sure that you were safe and that Garrick didn't come out to you. Because Walter was telling the truth. Garrick was to get the rings of Solomon and is looking for people like us to be able to attract those rings. So first, we wanted to make sure that you were okay. Two, we wanted to see if you had information about our lineage. So therefore, we have an idea of the specific ring that he's looking for.
I know your lineage very well. After all, he was the one who taught me before events. You come from the Archangel Raphael, or the Healer, or many other names. I have no idea where he is, or if he still exists, or what actually has come of him. And unfortunately, my power is nowhere near what it once was, so there isn't much I can do for you.
Is there one way we can make sure you stay safe? Do you have one of things? And they'll point to the bracelet that kind of like keeps their aura in check.
No.
Oh.
No, I do not.
Let me see if we can go ahead and build one for you, because this is what's been keeping me like under the radar, so no one has been able to see. I see if I could get one for you.
Do you intend to confront this mortal you're concerned about?
He came by and I think Diesel said he was like a villain, and he was just saying like, I would challenge you like all villains do. So I guess we're about to fight him.
Are your friends here?
They're outside.
Bring them here.
Okay. he hops out the seat, and as he opens up the door, he's like, he said you all could come in now.
So I was like,
Ari.
Aaron is gonna kill me.
And Diesel will kind of just look at the other fellows and just kind of shrug and head on in.
Well, I guess it's our time to shine.
Yes,
Should
sir.
we still keep up appearances, or is he already figured out?
He knows almost everything.
Okay.
Hey. Good job, Ari.
Thank you.
I go inside to meet this celestial.
As well.
But not encourage them. Unless you really want to see what Iron looks like angry.
Oh, it's gonna be glorious. Okay.
So all of you are entering, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And these people are your allies, including these three. And he gestures to Diesel, Galen, and Telos.
Yes. Oh, and Walter. They're like family now, because they know me more than almost anyone else besides Iron.
If you told these three your name,
They know who I am.
do not give your name to these people. Because you have not learned much, but that is understandable for your age.
When you say name, do you mean the name other than the one we know them by?
A full name. For you three, you'd refer to it as their true name.
Oh, well, I don't know what that is.
Well,
We call them.
Yeah, okay. We've been protecting them, so I think we've earned their trust. And can you tell us more about this true name?
Your true name describes who you are in its entirety. This one, you will point to Talos, reeks of the old laws of the cult of Hermes from millennia ago. They are particularly adept at using such things. And these ones remind me of the old priests who are very fickle in their belief. But they are also very good at using true names of our kind against them.
That's not going to happen. I don't actively do any of that.
Alice is a decent person and has been really helpful to us. We
would not be where we are without him.
We stick together, this group. We come from all over, different walks, different sets of beliefs, but the one thing that's kept us all together is making sure this kid and his sister their sister stays safe. And we can't let Garrick win.
Well, there are two of you.
We're almost the same. But he's older.
You wish to deal with this Garrick on your own.
We have no choice. He knows where we live. He just dropped a box right in front of our place.
He's tried to kill us twice.
Why do you not flee?
Ari stopped. They just look towards the group. Like,
why would we?
Walter just says, because they deserve to be free, why should they run?
Very well. I do not have much power left, but I will assist you however I can. Perhaps it will allow me to finally receive some redemption for a lifetime of mistakes.
Anything that we need to do?
Don't know much about this person or their weaknesses. But when you face him, I will grant this one the ability to call for my assistance once I will have enough faith in your tongue to act one final time.
And how do we go about calling you?
You'll have to say my name. And the next part he says to the rest of you, again, it sounds as if you see him open his mouth, but the part that comes next simply seems like it doesn't exist to you. To Ari, you have kind of an intrinsic understanding of the fact that it is his name that he has shared with you. And well, Talos is stepping away, but Talos has something different. But yes, for the rest of you, it simply sounds like it seems to you that whatever comes next simply doesn't exist.
Ari just like pauses and says, "Oh wow. Could you tell me how to find my true name?"
I cannot tell you what your true name is, It is a concept or phrase or group of phrases that collectively represents who you are. It is not the same as the name you call yourself, though the name you call yourself is a part of it. So that one, he gestures to Talos, may know more about it, or someone like them would be able to explain in a different way. But it is important not to reveal information about yourself. Someone with your true name is very dangerous.
Okay, so when I find out about it, I need to make sure I keep it a secret.
Talos, when you hear this man speak, I don't believe you are aware that he is speaking, and you are aware that he is speaking Enochian, or the language of the angels, but you don't know enough to fully translate what he is saying.
Well, it doesn't help me very much, I feel like.
It's fine. You don't know. It's immersive. We're leveling up our immersion. But he looks at each of you. I would keep our meeting secret. This is, by your standards, infernalism.
Oh, and they don't have one of these, and they'll point towards the bracelet around their wrist. Like, this kind of what helps keep me hidden, but Damien doesn't have one, so I want to try to make one for him, so therefore people won't be able to find out who he is.
Like a good move.
I think that's smart.
Have you ever made one of these before?
No, it was actually my mentor, Angela, gave this to me. So she should probably know.
What's the best course of action? You were in there. We shall proceed to make another one.
Wow. Okay, so now our plan is we now try to fight this guy.
I would suggest you leave.
It was nice to meet you.
I wish you all good luck. It is very rare to meet good, if misled, people. And do not waste the spark of the Creator you all have been gifted.
Of course.
You don't want to have to come back eventually and hear your stories. I want to hear how you met with my ancestor.
Perhaps.
Thank you so much.
Good day to all of you.
Good day.
And then
Nervously get out.
Yeah, as we walk out, you see
Photoshop us out.
as we walk out, you see Ari just like, oh my god, you see what that means? Yeah, it came out perfectly fine. Oh, yeah, perfectly fine. Came out perfectly fine. It was a job well done, which I think is the first for us.
Ouch.
Is that first for us?
Oh.
Anyone else want to?
No, I feel like we've.
I think we've
I feel like
succeeded
we've
before.
done, good, well before. Like it's just lately we've had kind of a rough streak, but that.
I look around at everyone and just kind of I try to put my finger to my mouth because I'm trying to, amp up. But no one else agrees. So, like, this was a good one, Ari. Thank you for taking the lead after Walter had to depart.
Okay, no, alright. It was. I could kind of tell that he was looking for kinship with someone. That's too big of a word. Looking for a connection, I guess, with someone like him. And so when I saw that, I was like, well, I could at least give it a try because he doesn't seem to be mean. And he wasn't. He was really nice. So, yeah, intuition sometimes. Intuition is way too big a word. Feelings sometimes work. I felt it here.
Use your character, and it will serve you well.
Yeah, I felt it here, and it worked.
So we are all aware of what we're going to do next. Anyone want out?
No, I like what you said, Walter. We should be free. When he's around, we're not free.
I'm not gonna convince any of you to back out of it, am I?
I think we're in this for the long haul, or the short haul, however long this lasts.
Even if we were to back out, the mayor and their crew clearly know who we all are, and
Yeah.
it could be even more dangerous for you if you back out and no longer are looking behind your back. So it's wiser to stay in, because in reality, we all cannot leave if we want to stay safe.
Just making the offer in case someone doesn't feel like potentially throwing everything away.
We are all a lot stronger together than we would be apart. I think we've figured that out a while ago.
I only got all of this courage because of you all. Like do you guys remember when I first came here? I used to always hide behind Iris' leg.
True, I do remember that when I first met you.
I mean, I still do because it's safe. It feels safe. It's like being wrapped in a warm blanket. But I mean, I feel safe around you all. So it's nice.
It's very good.
Enjoy having you as part of the team.
Yes.
Like I really think you are not just something we are protecting. You are a contributor to this team.
Absolutely. Probably one of our, certainly the strongest mage among us, you and your sister. You two have really come into your power. I'm still playing catch up. And honestly, that's really okay with me. I just hope you understand that every single one of us is really looking forward to seeing the person you grow up into being. And we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that happens.
Wow. Thank you. Is this like when you have, like I see on TV where people talk about like a 5 to 10 year business plan? Am I supposed to do something like that?
No, you still get to just be a kid for a while.
Okay.
With that, you all arrive back at your car, and I ask you, to where are you headed?
Oh man, this kind of stuff always makes Diesel hungry. But I'll let other people decide what we do next.
I'm gonna go into the drive-thru, obviously. You know what I mean?
Dairy Queen it is.
going drive through, and then we're gonna go back to the place and stand it out the helmet. Yes.
We got to start getting those wards and defenses going, and I think Diesel is going to challenge Talos to a little bit of sparring to make sure that like they're where they need to be.
Yes, we can spar. Gailwyn, you can spar as well.
And as you all are able to find yourselves some food, and you manage to get some and bring some back to your chantry for Aaron as well. And you all will get to spend the rest of the evening preparing however you like. And while our cabal of mages is prepping for things, our camera's gonna to focus in on a different location. In some other fortress-like castle, there is a couple of people who are having a conversation. And just as our camera begins to fade out, we hear a serpentine voice as, "Will you go, mistress?" And with that, we will end our adventure for the evening.
Ooh.
Right, mistress.
All right, perfect. All right. Ooh, what an episode. What an episode. I hope you all enjoyed this. We got one more episode, the season finale. It's going to go out with a bang. Once again, if you like what you see here, make sure to join us at our Discord, which you should see in the chat below. And we'll be back next week for the season finale of Boss Beyond Time. But until then, farewell for now.